it's getting to the point where it's overwhelming of people reaching out who have suffered abuse from Diddy, from Jay-Z, and from these celebrities. Jay-Z is a cuckold, right? He likes to watch Beyonce with other men. Ray J, from what I heard, even before all this happened, was one of the guys that used to smash Beyonce while Jay-Z would watch. Diddy, as we know, is into those things. That's in the indictment. Cassie has not denied it, but they've came out and said, that Diddy used to like to watch Cassie. That's what he's into. Some men like to do that stuff. There's not a crime in that. But yes, Ray J, from what I was told, from being inside at the highest level, that Jay-Z likes to watch Beyonce with different men, such as Ray J.
Nicki Minaj has been quiet about Jay-Z for a minute, but she's back at it again, and this time, she's digging deep into his past. Nicki has been on Jay-Z's neck ever since he allegedly scammed her out of her stake in Tidal. And now that Roc Nation is backing Cardi B against her, Nicki isn't holding back on anybody, child. She's out here talking about how this man was allegedly messing around with other men back in the day. And I don't know about y'all, but when Nicki Minaj decides to be petty, she takes it all the way down to the gates of hell and comes back with receipts every single time.
Jay-Z has exhibited signs of envy, jealousy, hate, and stopping bags behind the scenes, allegedly. Why is it always the same story? So that means
Nicki Minaj has accused Jay-Z of being jealous, hateful, and stopping people's bags behind the scenes while pretending to be all about black excellence. She claimed that even though he isn't talking publicly like she is, that doesn't mean Jay-Z isn't working overtime to undermine her every step of the way. That's why she's out here exposing him before things, in her words, get too dangerous. And honestly, I think we all know what she means by that.
So you image yourself after a gay painter. Your big homie want to look like a gay painter.
What are we talking about here?
We're talking about Basquiat. He wants to look like a gay painter.
This whole thing resurfaced when a video of Jay-Z and Diddy went viral. They were both on stage together at a concert. In the clip, Diddy walks up to Jay-Z, slaps him on the cheeks a couple of times, then walks away. And guess what? Jay-Z didn't seem bothered at all. He just laughed it off and kept having a good time. At the time, people saw it as harmless, just two longtime friends messing around. But after all the news about Diddy being a freak and whispers about some celebs being on the down low, fans started side-eyeing that moment differently. Even though Jay-Z has never said or done anything explicit that would suggest he's on the down low, people noticed that certain things about him started to change once he became comfortable in his fame and fortune. One of the first things people pointed out was how Jay-Z switched up his look, especially his hair, which seemed to directly imitate artist Jean-Michel Basquiat. Now, Basquiat never publicly spoke about his sexuality, but close friends have said he was bisexual, describing his sexuality as fluid and interchangeable. Some even claimed that Jay-Z saw a reflection of himself in Basquiat, which is why he not only adopted his hairstyle, but also spent $4.2 million on one of his paintings.
Let's start naming names.
What do you mean, Jay-Z,
How?
Puff, 50, Russell Simmons? Where you want to go with this thing?
I'm not surprised. Keep going. I'm flinching. I'm poofing up my hair, everybody, in that way of saying, look, he's not saying anything new to me. Go ahead, world.
Exactly. All them dudes, man. All them dudes, but...
Ja Rule and 50. What's that all about?
Wow. You know they beefing over a homo.
Shut up. I mean, keep talking.
Yeah, they beefing over a homo.
So could that have been a sign that Jay-Z was expressing a part of himself he'd kept hidden? People even dug up an old interview where one of Lil' Kim's exes was chatting with Wendy Williams about down-low rappers in the industry. And when Wendy asked him to drop some names, he didn't hesitate. One of the names he mentioned was Sean Jay-Z Carter.
When you hear that, or is that like, are you surprised when you hear information like that?
I'm surprised when it comes to, Jay-Z, especially because it's, like Beyonce, but it's pretty normal. Surprisingly, it's an industry that's very dominated by sex and drugs, right? And it's out there, like nobody's hiding it. Like, so if people would be, like shocked If we're shocked, we're not really paying attention to the music and videos and images that we're listening to because it's right in front of our face. But anyways, Cameron was one of the first people to speak out against Jay-Z, right? When he was dissing him 20 years ago, talking about Jay-Z being gay. Listen to his diss talking about Jay-Z like a man, talking about Jay-Z being shady. Like, everybody's known Jay-Z's been wicked for years. And I know that he's freaking out because they've seen what's going on with Diddy. Absolutely, Jay-Z's next.
In all of this, Nicki Minaj has been one of the only ones with the guts to speak out against Jay-Z, suggesting there might actually be some truth behind these whispers. And now, Rihanna's ex-publicist Jonathan Hay just came out basically confirming it all. He explained that many people in the industry allegedly knew about Jay-Z's secret life, and even claimed he personally witnessed Jay-Z and DJ Khaled engaging in bisexual activities. He doubled down on his claims, saying he was surprised both men hadn't come out by now, considering how much the industry already knew, and how much the public supposedly values honesty and transparency these days.
By my very good friend, Terry Lynn Carrington, Dr. Terry Lynn Carrington, who put together Beyonce's entire female band, which was Matthew Knowles' idea because he couldn't get Beyonce to stop people. Guess you didn't know your daughter well enough because she just started all the girls. Impulse control issues? I don't know.
But Jonathan Hay didn't stop there. He went on to claim he saw Jay-Z getting intimate with a trans woman, someone Jay-Z allegedly knew was trans. And word on the street is that this was happening while he was married to Queen Bey, Beyonce. And there's no way, people say, that Beyonce doesn't know a thing or two about what goes on when Jay-Z isn't home. Singer Jaguar Wright also chimed in, claiming that Beyonce might be bisexual as well, which could explain why she's never said anything publicly about Jay-Z's alleged escapades with other men. Enter 7 Now. Despite how wild Jonathan's claims sound, Nicki Minaj insists she has no reason to lie, and neither does he. Nicki and several other rappers have allegedly witnessed Jay-Z's double life once the cameras stop rolling. So this isn't really news to them. She's even been trolling Jay-Z on social media, posting AI memes of him wearing wigs and more. Child, she's doing the most. But here's the thing. For Nicki Minaj to be calling Jay-Z out by name for months tells me something. Because I don't know anyone who'd let somebody drag them on the internet like that and not respond. Unless there's some truth to it. And as for Jonathan Hay, people are saying he wouldn't risk his career or safety if what he's saying was pure fiction. Maybe he's just clearing his conscience. It takes guts to speak on powerful people. And he doesn't seem like someone chasing clout or money. Because, let's be real, clout won't help him if he ends up 6 feet under. Another fan wrote, and they like to paint Nicki as crazy. I keep telling y'all, Jay-Z has a sick obsession with her. Whenever you hear a lame dude speaking negatively about her, best believe he's connected to that camel. They continued. People swear Jay-Z is unbothered. No, he's bothered. He's just got people to do his dirty work. He's a coward and would never get in the booth against Nicki Minaj. So, what do y'all think? Is there any truth to these alleged down-low claims about Jay-Z? Have you ever heard similar stories about him and other rappers? Sound off in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Bye, baddies.